Welcome to USATF Journey to Gold Zone podcast. I'm your host, Amy Begaley.
And I'm Wallace Spearman Jr., and I'd like to introduce a special guest, one of my favorite newcomers of this last year's season, Miss Jacious Sears.
Hi.
You didn't know you were one of my favorites, did you?
No, you got me off guard with that.
That's all right. I had two favorites last year. You're one of them, so it was a pleasure to get to work with you. But we'll get into that throughout the course of this episode, huh?
Okay, yeah.
Perfect. So, hey, look, I'll just say, you hit the ground running this year.
Thank you.
It was phenomenal to get to watch you. But let's talk about your journey, if you don't mind, how you started, and then we can kind of move into what this year looks like. So,
Okay.
you started running track at a younger age and had some success, but you had some key models or role models around you to kind of show you the way. So where are your parents from? Did they participate in sports, or your family?
My mom, she did track and field in Jamaica, because she's from Jamaica, born and raised. But she didn't do it, like, out of high school because of, like, financial reasons and stuff. But she did do track and field.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you have dual citizenship now?
I can. We started that process, but we didn't finish it.
But you're going to stick with the red, white, and blue, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, don't let me come find you. I know you're faster than me a little bit, but I can catch you, I hope. Maybe not. Probably not. Anyway, let's move on. Siblings? How many do you have, and where do you fit in?
I have 4 sisters and 1 brother, and I'm the youngest.
And did any of them run track or participate in track and field?
Not track, but my brother did rugby. My sister did softball, and she did volleyball. But I'm the only one that, like, did it out of, like, college and, like, high school.
So you are definitely the athlete of the family.
Yeah, for sure.
The youngest is always the toughest. They have to keep up.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
She's the youngest, but she gives me like the oldest vibes.
I know, right?
Really?
You do.
Thank you.
She's so responsible and responsive. Like, you don't see that in a rookie.
We like that.
Exactly.
I don't get the baby.
You don't give that energy.
That's good.
All right. So you had some success out of high school. Where'd you get recruited from coming out of high school?
Honestly, I didn't start getting recruited from big schools until my last meet. And I was already committed to University of Miami. Yeah, but I chose University of Miami, yeah.
And how was that? I would say Coach Deem is on there. She's a fan favorite as well.
Yeah, I love Coach Deem. It was a really fun experience. My first experience collegiately, very inviting team. It was great. The program just wasn't for me, I would say. But yeah, it was a good experience.
So you went from a high school phenom, would say, to one of the greatest in the ACC.
Thank you.
And then you transferred.
Yeah.
And what was that like?
That was a big decision that I made. My high school coach, he helped me throughout that whole process because he's the one that helped me get to Miami and was like my main coach leading up to college. So he helped me a lot with that. Therapy helped me a lot with that. Like, my mom helped me a lot with that. Just like weighing the pros and cons. And then I visited Oregon, LSU, and Tennessee. But Tennessee, when I talked to Coach Ross, like, it was like perfect. Like, everything he was saying was everything that I wanted from a school. And then I saw the success that he had with Kayla, Cambria, Randolph. I was like, yeah, this is my school. This is my coach.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I think Faith, if I'm not mistaken, Faith played a part in that decision as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. A lot of prayer, a lot of trusting in God. Sorry, I'm a little nervous. But yeah, a lot of prayer, a lot of trusting in God. My mom, she would pray for me during that whole process because you never really know if a school is going to work for you until it works for you. And we just a lot of trusting the process, trusting the coaches, and allowing God to like guide me to each step. Yeah.
Can I tell you why I believe you?
Why?
You're from Florida, right?
Yeah.
And you went to Miami?
Yeah, I did.
And you ended up in Tennessee? That's faith.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know who leaves Florida and Miami to go to Tennessee.
Yeah.
But it worked out, right?
It worked out perfectly.
See, there you go.
So what about other athletes that might be in your same position? What would be the top advice you would give to those athletes looking to transfer?
I would say talk to the coach about the workouts and like really talk to the coach and see like, is this the type of coach that I want to get me to that next level? Like, is this person going to really get me to the level that I want to be in? Because the moment I talked to Coach Ross, like I just knew like he was the right coach for me. Yeah.
So you transferred to Tennessee. working with Coach Ross, who was my first financial advisor
Yeah.
as a professional.
Yeah.
And you go to a meet called Tom Jones and you run what time? 1070 what?
1077.
Talk to me about that. Tell me about it.
Oh my gosh, I needed that meet because that indoor season was it wasn't my best indoor season. Like I didn't do how I wanted to do that indoor season before. So coming off that indoor season, we just trained really hard. We kept the main thing I would say, and they never lost faith in me, which like Coach Garner, you know Coach Garner too? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Coach Garner and Coach Ross, they never lost faith in me. We just went back to training and we did what needed to be done. And they kind of reminded me who I am in a sense. And then that meet happened and it's like, oh, and I was like, ah, yeah. Yeah.
So you run 1077, that gives you great confidence. Did that change, I guess, maybe how you believed in yourself or what you thought you were capable of?
Yeah.
That change maybe some things where you felt like you couldn't achieve them in practice, where you maybe started to attack them then? Like, what did that do for your mindset, your mentality for practice and competition?
Yeah, I would say that meet basically, I mean, my faith grows during the bad times and the good times, but that meet really was like, wow, like God really carried me across that line, because the coaches will tell you, you're doing good in practice, but you don't know until you compete. So once I competed and then it happened, I was like, wow, thank you, God. Like, I've been praying for this. The coaches have been telling me I can do this. And then once it happened, it's like, wow, yeah.
I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah.
1077, so only second behind Sha'Carri Richardson.
Yeah.
So we go to nationals that year, and then we're going to fast forward just a little bit. Mm-hmm. Tell me about your competition at the U.S. Championships last year. What was that experience like?
Very up and down, I would say. The first two heats, I felt really good. I won my heats. And then finals, I did not perform how I was supposed to perform. Luckily, I still made it to Tokyo with you guys for the relay, but definitely a learning experience. I would say definitely learning experience.
Was that your first time out the country, traveling to Tokyo?
Not first time out the country. I've been in Jamaica a lot of times.
Okay.
But first time in Asia.
What was that trip like?
Ooh. I love Japan.
You do?
Yeah?
Yeah, you guys don't like Japan?
Oh, I liked it. I didn't like the plane ride.
Yeah.
That was long.
Oh,
boy.
I slept like the whole.
What?
I can sleep really easily. Yeah.
Wow.
I slept like the whole plane ride. If not, then I was watching like movies.
Are you an early bird or a night owl?
Night owl.
Really?
But I wish I was an early bird. But yeah, I'm a night owl for sure. Unless I got to get up early in the morning.
Okay, I'm just sitting here thinking about it right now because some of our practices in Japan were...
In the mornings. I know.
Yes.
I know. Every practice, 8 a.m. But I went to bed at a good time.
That's
so
good.
that was hard.
Yeah.
I didn't know that until right now. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, it's okay. It was good though because we'd practice and then I'd have the whole day to explore Japan, which was nice. Yeah.
What was your favorite part then about exploring?
Shibuya.
Everyone says that.
I love
Did you make it there?
No.
I did not
What
either.
time?
You and I did not leave the hotel.
You guys didn't go to Shibuya?
No.
Did you go to Shinjuku?
No.
We were there for like 3 weeks.
I went to the Shin track.
Oh my
and the Shin warm-up track and the Shin hotel.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no.
They had you guys busy.
Yes.
Wow.
But say someone she was leaving at 3 or 4 a.m. and wasn't coming back until 3 or 4 a.m. One of the days, I'll tell you too much right now. One of the days, I was like, "You're not leaving this hotel. You stay here and
He
rest."
benched me for the day. I was not happy.
I got benched too.
That was nice
Yeah,
though.
I benched him
You
the
guys
next.
probably
Yeah,
needed
we we're like, you're done.
No, but enough about us. I want to talk.
That's right.
No, that's so surprising that we were there for almost a month.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because the relay too, we were there for
Exactly. We got
Yeah.
the second or the third. Trust
So
me, I'm well aware.
We are living vicariously through you, so that's why we always
Exactly.
ask, "What'd you do?"
For the people that weren't there, they want to hear about your
Yes,
story and
how'd it go?
your
Yes.
experience.
Okay.
Since you love it, so let's hear about it.
So
Yeah.
first day of practice, let's go through this.
Yeah.
Second, but only behind Sha'Carri Richardson. And now, I don't care what you say. I know you have fast teammates at Tennessee. You are on the world's best 4x1 relay with the fastest women on earth. Were you intimidated?
Intimidated? I don't know if I'd say intimidated.
And
I would
that's why
say
I like
nervous. I would say nervous. I wasn't intimidated, though.
Good.
Yeah, but I was nervous. Like, it was definitely a whole different energy. Like, especially since like majority of the 4x1 was under one coach. So it was like they all knew each other. And I knew Kayla because she was training with me at one point too. But I wasn't intimidated. And they were really sweet. They're really nice. It was kind of just like new. It was new. Like being around them every day was new. Yeah.
And did you know like what leg you were gonna run? Did you have any idea? Did you know if you were actually gonna touch the track or not?
I didn't know I was gonna actually touch the track. That made my whole experience like 10 times better, I would say. But I kind of had a feeling I was gonna be first. Like,
stay ready. You don't have to get ready.
Yeah.
All right.
Like it.
I had a feeling. Yeah.
So what from that experience and the relay and the individual event? I know you got to watch some of your teammates go out there.
Yeah.
What was that like? Just watching them and waiting to have a chance to compete.
Yeah. Because we were the last day. Well, the last day.
Correct.
Yeah. Or I was the second to last day, but the finals was like the last day. That was my first time. The year before was the Paris Olympics. I was hurt and I watched it. I actually went there and I watched it. This year, actually like being on the world stage was definitely a different experience. Like seeing everybody compete, seeing how everybody prepares. I learned a lot. Seeing like what each athlete, like their routines kind of like helped me see how I should shape my future routine, especially since it was my first professional year. I learned a lot from watching everybody compete. Yeah. And then being on the world stage myself, like being around Kayla, being around Sha'Carri, Melissa, TT, like their attitudes before the race, not attitude, but like I would say their mindset is like, wow, like we're locked in. Like I love this because it's different. Like, because collegiately it's so different than like being around professionals. And a lot of people, once they go to be a professional, they're either going to be around professionals every day at practice or around collegiates. But being around professionals every single day, seeing how locked in they were, I was like, I love this. I love
awesome.
it. Yeah.
It is different collegiately to the professional ranks, especially when you go to Worlds. What do you think about the call room and the warm up? And it's different there, right? So how was that for you?
The call room. Do you guys know about the call room?
I do. I don't know if Amy does.
That was eventful.
Actually, no, Amy does as well.
With me.
Go ahead.
Should I tell?
Yeah, you can. I mean, it's up to you.
I think,
we can always erase.
We can erase it later if you don't want it.
Oh, that was eventful. I was missing something when they called my bib. Yeah, I was missing my bib. So I was freaking out. I was like looking through the bag. And during all this, the girls, they were so so supportive. They're like, it's fine, you'll be fine. Like they weren't stressed at all. But I was still like searching my bag because I hate to be that one person that forgets something. Because I'm not even that type of person.
Eldest energy.
Yeah. I'm not even the type of person to like, if you know me, like on meet day, I'm very like type A. Like I make sure everything's in order. So I was like freaking out, but they were like trying to calm me down. And then we get to the actual place and then a bib ready for me. Yeah. And then we get
Somebody
there.
made a phone call. That's why I said she does remember.
Yeah. I guess the other stuff we don't really have to talk about.
Somebody was missing a uniform.
Yeah. We had
There's always something.
Yeah. Someone was wearing like a whole different uniform. One of us was wearing like a whole different uniform. And then the other three, we were wearing like the right uniform. So we had to find someone else's uniform. Thank God the multi-event girls had the right uniforms and they had extras. So we put on their uniforms. And then, yeah. Honestly, I would say that was all God because it really lined up perfectly to like, yeah.
You have no idea how much stress we
guys,
were under. Yes.
Really?
We had our own mistakes as well, but.
Really? Yes. What was the mistakes that you guys had?
No, nothing. We just knew about what you all were going through.
Oh, yeah. They did not freak out at one point.
No, they
TT and all them. They know how to stay.
Exactly.
Yeah, I loved it. I was like, wow, okay.
She was one of my favorites too. And she's still one of my favorites, but not Ricky as a favorite. But then what was that warm-up area like? Because it looked like it was chaotic trying to focus out there with all the countries. I don't know why all of the 4x1s and 4x4s and even the open events were scheduled to go, and the hurdles were scheduled to warm up at the same time. But for someone who's going out there for the first time, that had to be somewhat stressful.
Yeah, it was chaotic. I would say it was chaotic, but I'm kind of used to it from collegiate meets because it is like that for collegiate meets. Like hurdlers, everybody's just like warming up at the same time. You guys helped a lot though during that. Like I had to do blocks, you were there ready for me to do blocks. So it wasn't that bad. Yeah.
And while you were there, and it just kind of came to me, you actually had a collegiate college teammate that was there with you as well,
Yeah,
right?
DJ.
And what was that like watching him?
Oh, yeah, that was good.
It was all right?
No, it was good not being there alone. Because we also had Devontae and Javonia. They represent different teams. But Coach Ross was also there in the beginning. But yeah, it was nice seeing TJ every day, like knowing like, okay, I have my teammate out here with me. Like we're both doing this. I don't know. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. And you all both got to experience
relay the world medal. Yeah.
Exactly. Gold medal first time. There's nowhere to go but up from there, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Records and whatnot. Did you cry in the medal stand?
I didn't cry, but I was probably smiling the whole time. I could not. Like my face was probably like the whole time.
Did you have family there?
No.
Next time.
Yeah,
Tell them to come watch you in LA in 28, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm. So you go home, gold medal around your neck. Coach is now there, family's there. What was that like seeing your family and like just getting back into the swing of things? Actually, did you go to Florida or did you go to Tennessee?
I went to Tennessee because I had to train for Athlos. Yeah, I had to train for Athlos because it was the next month, that first week.
That's a long season.
Yeah, it was a long season, but it was a good season. It was a lot of learning. Yeah, I went back to Tennessee and I trained back to schedule. And it's like when I got back there, the collegiates were coming back, so they were starting their fall training. So I guess everybody was back.
And you were out there just full-fledged, still on spikes. They were probably looking at you crazy and confused.
Doing blocks, while they're doing like longer stuff. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Did they all want to see your gold medal?
Yeah, a few of them
Did they say bring it to practice?
Yeah.
Okay. People still ask? Or has it kind of died down?
Yeah, it's died down.
So where do you keep the medal?
I keep it on a stand in my apartment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So you had a great experience in 25. Now you're heading into 26.
Mm-hmm.
When did you start fall training?
I started fall training, I would say like the first week of November.
Like, when was Athlos?
I think Athlos was like the first week of October. I had like 3 weeks. Yeah.
Dang.
Did you have fun?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I went to London. I took my trips. I saw my friends.
Went back on the airplane?
Yeah. I needed a break, though, from Tennessee.
I get it.
Yeah.
You know what? Excuse me for my outburst. I apologize. You were right.
You're from Arkansas. Arkansas, Tennessee, and...
I'm from Arkansas, so if I leave Arkansas and go back home, that's one. She's not from Tennessee.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay. All right.
So I get it.
Okay.
I would need a break, too.
All right.
No problem.
All right, so London, where else?
I went to London, and then I went to Texas to see 2 of my close friends.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. And then I went back to Tennessee for like a week just to prepare for fall training.
And then you went back to training. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, to be young again. If I did that, my body would break. But anyway.
Oh, like the traveling?
What?
Yeah, it was a lot. But I needed it.
I can't blame you.
Yeah.
I like it.
So now you're refocused. Let's say you probably have new goals for the 26 season.
Yeah.
We have a few meets indoors, if not maybe just one. And then our main focus, well, let's just stick with indoors for right now. What does indoor season look like, if anything?
Yeah. So far, I compete next weekend at Milrose.
Nice.
In New York. Yeah, that'll be a good, exciting meet. And
which event?
The 60.
Any times that we're looking for, or just going to go have some fun?
PRs.
Dang.
Yeah. If I PR, then it'll be a good time.
That's nice. All right. Well, I didn't know if you were going to say a 300 or something. You know, for whatever reason, all these sprinters are looking to go up. I didn't know if you were going to run a 2 or a 4.
We are gonna focus on the 200 more than last year, because last year the main focus was like the 100 and the 60, but this year I do want to improve my 200. So yeah, but we're not doing a 300. I don't know about that.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't think so.
All right.
So Milrose indoors, and then outdoors, are we looking at maybe Tom Jones again to see if we can repeat this 10-7, or are we thinking World Athletics Ultimate Championship?
Yeah.
Are we thinking World Relays? Have we put any thought into any of that?
So far, definitely Ultimates. Yeah, I have to talk to my coach more about other meets, but yeah, we're playing it meet by meet.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
All right, so we're healthy. We're going to hit Milrose here really soon. But I know you've talked about injuries and setbacks. So talk to us about your journey through being injured and coming back.
My journey, I would say I was supported so much by Coach Ross and Coach G, of course, and my mom. And without them, I don't think I would have even had the season I had last year to come back and run indoor season and then outdoor season after being hurt and like recovering the summer after my collegiate season. But sorry, what was the question?
I guess just like transferring, what would be the advice that you'd give any athlete that's injured right now, that's really struggling, and what helped you, and what do you think could help other people to kind of have patience to get through it?
Oh, yeah. I would say keeping the faith. Everything happens for a reason. You just have to know like how to use what happened to you for good, and really look back and learn from what happened to you. Like I had to really look back and learn like, okay, maybe I should have been talking to my coaches a little bit more about like how I was feeling at practice, stuff like that. But yeah, I just learned a lot.
Did you have to go through rehab as well?
Yeah, like literally that whole summer. It was rehab, Coach Ross, and then recover at home like that whole summer. And then get ready for fall training and then indoors. Yeah.
And now that you're healthy, is there then like residual effects? Anything that you still have to continue to rehab even though you might not feel pain from that injury anymore?
Sometimes I'll do like prehab just in case, but not very much.
So to your point, everything happens for a reason, and maybe you just learn how to take care of yourself. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, and communicate better. Yeah.
I think every coach is going to love you for that.
Thank you.
Because every coach is going to be like, yes, thank you for saying that.
Nah.
That's true though. Yeah. Because if a coach asks me like, how are you feeling? Like, tell them how you're feeling. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was the kid who did rehab until I felt better and then just said, I'm done with this. Not knowing that you have to continue to do it sometimes. So
even after you feel good.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now I ask this as well. So you go out there and you do your thing in that first round of the 4x1. The women compete well in the relay. So the person who replaced you on the relay was Melissa Jefferson on the first leg.
Yeah.
But if you got to run with 3 other women, all from the U.S., who would be on your all-time great women's 4x1?
Do I have to do U.S.?
For right now.
Can I do the past?
Of course, anybody in history.
Okay. Evelyn Ashford.
Okay.
For sure. Okay.
Bring out the big guns already.
Yeah. Evelyn Ashford. I would say FloJo. Yeah. I'm not going to lie.
No problem.
I get it.
I don't know who the
You got
third.
one other.
Yeah. It has to be U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But now I'm curious, but keep going.
I would say maybe Kayla White.
Okay.
Yeah, because we train together and like I know her. Yeah, she's so supportive, so sweet. Yeah, Kayla.
Okay, so now since you kept asking about the U.S., if they weren't Americans, then who would you run with then?
Okay, still Evelyn Ashford.
Okay.
Shelly Ann.
Nice. Who's running what leg too?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Each time.
All right. Even better.
Yeah. Evelyn Ashford, Shelly Ann, and
who's your anchor?
probably Shelly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's third then?
Sorry, that's a hard question.
Hey,
Who would you guys? You guys pick the third.
Oh, no.
How about y'all pick the third?
it's your interview.
It's hot seat.
You can go with Kayla again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with Kayla.
All right.
All right. We love it. That's awesome.
Thank you.
I got one more too.
What's up?
So this year at the Ultimate Championship, they have the mixed 4x1.
Ooh, I heard about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So now who's your relay?
Is this U.S.?
You just call it. Well, just
Yeah.
understand you have some teammates that might be watching
I
this.
know. I was thinking that too.
You're like,
And they're
how do I
gonna be
play
like,
that?
Yeah, I know. I would do, dang, I wish I could start it. So a guy
Yep.
is third leg too.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't really like how they did this, but it's all good.
Yeah, no, me either. I wish it would go women, women, men, men.
I
but
wish they
all
would just
the
let
guy-
people put people on the track and y'all figure it out.
Yeah, low key. Because the guys are going to be running into the girls then.
Yeah, I know, right?
50 steps.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's running first?
Yeah.
You going with Christian Coleman?
I was about to say Christian Coleman. Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to go say
And then are you
Christian
going second or last?
second.
Okay.
Who's
go
going
second.
third?
TJ.
Ooh. And then who's on anchor?
Shakari.
Okay.
Y'all might have a pretty good chance of doing something out
That's
there.
pretty good.
Yeah.
So if you think about this, men to
It's
women,
a lot of Tennessee.
like how?
Yeah. Three of
Well,
us.
there you go. Yeah. That. So when we say it's going to go men, women, what's your first thought on that handoff?
Gonna have to get out.
Everyone's like, oh, it's going to be so exciting, and I'm just thinking, okay, exciting, but man, all right.
This isn't something you can just wake up and
No.
do. You have to practice, right?
You have to practice. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're probably gonna have to. Is it gonna be the same exchange zones?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
30 meter zones.
Wow.
Don't worry, I'll see you over there.
Yeah.
Thanks.
A lot more practice than usual for this one. How about
Yeah,
that? That
that's
is
true.
We will have many practice times.
And nothing we
true.
can't handle.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah,
We're excited.
that's true.
All right. Well, this has been fun. We're so excited to see what 2026 has in store for you because 25 was a great year. Like you said, you were one of his favorites. So
Thank you.
Onward and upward.
that's right. 26 is going to be a great year.
Who's the other favorite?
She went to Oregon.
Oh, wow.
It's Maze.
Jaden.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much. It was great.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting me.
We'll see you again soon.
appreciate
Oh, yes.
Maybe we'll catch you after Milrose when you run the 698.
Ooh. God's
All
plan.
right.